Hello everyone, welcome to Rage Against the Dice. Today we're going to do a build along with Schmargonrog, the dragon that got sent by Arkan Studios, makers of the Dungeons and Lasers Kickstarter. So they've sent me this, being kind enough to send me this promotional copy. So I thought, as well, after the unboxing, we'd have a build along. So full disclosure, any bits you see, I've already cut them out, given them a little bit of a clean, and given them a dry fit, just so you don't have to watch the boring bits of me trimming sprues. So we'll start off with the base at step 1. So as you can see, all the bits here. So first two bits to go together will be bits 2 and 4, because that's how maths works now. Right. So little locating tab there. And we'll put 3 in. So I'm just using regular polystyrene cement for this, because it's just good old plastic. So good old plastic glue works. So yep, there we go. As you can see, it's a nice snug join straight off the bat, which is lovely. And it's gonna try fit that again. Yep, cool. Sure get it the right way so don't start smearing glue everywhere. Right. So that'd be step 1. Oh, that would be step 1. So that, there we go, clicks in. See, it's a nice snug fit. There's gonna be no filling to be doing on these, which is always nice. Cool. Next up is the tail, which I've already got here. So I'm gonna put together these two halves. So as I'm filming this, the Dungeon Lasers 2 Kickstarter has finished, but they are accepting late pledges on their game found. So if you kind of do a search on Kickstarter or on their Facebook page, you can see the latest bits there, links and all that. I'll try to remind Kev to put a link in the description, because he does all the editing. I let him have the fun stuff. I convince him it's fun. He thinks it's fun. So yep, there we go. And there's this little nub you can see there, which actually locates under that. They are very clever in the plastic kits, I've got to say. Archon Studios I've not done a kit of theirs yet that I haven't really enjoyed doing. Right. So that all secures in nicely there. That actually fits there too. So we know there that we're going to have a nice solid bond to the base, because it's going to be the feet and the tail section. So there we go. That's step 1 and 2. So step 3 will be the body, and we'll do that in a minute. I'm just going to cut those bits out now and prep them. So next step is step 3, where we're putting together the body, the lower legs, and the tail. As you can see, I've already got all the bits cut out. So kind of having a bit of a dry fit in the fiddle, I think my best bet is actually to glue the legs on first. And that will give them a little bit of time to set before we attach them to the body. So again, these go on and are a really tight seal. As you can see, the model has practically no gaps when it goes together. They're being very tight with their mold making. So first things first is we'll put these together. That's absolutely beautiful. They go on as painting jerkar. There are bits where I couldn't even remember where I'd put them, like where the actual joins were. Yeah, that's right. Right. So again, absolutely gorgeous how well they go together. That bit of tail done. Same here. Right. So that go, yep. That goes together like that. We'll give it another couple of seconds for that tail bit to dry, the legs to dry to body. Lovely. You can see already, like the join, well, it's practically invisible, but also let's have a quick look at the detail on this. That is beautiful. This is going to be a lot of fun to paint. Right, so let's get the two halves of body glued together. Whoopsie. Well, that's tested that. Looks like it's set. Ugh, line up properly. Right, so there we have it. Bit here. And that's the tail fitted. Where is that not going there? Ah, because I hadn't got it lined up properly. That would do it. Right. So now this attaches here to tail here, and the back of the leg goes on there, in there, and then in here. That should just say should is a dangerous word. Should just all go together like that. And it almost does before there. Oh. Right, knocked the tail out of alignment, that's why. Right. So, there we go. I'm going to just hold this in place and let it set. Now I've got some toes to attach. I'll do that off screen because it's toes. Because as you can see, I'm going to need to hold this because I'm knocking stuff. There. I just clamped that actually. Right. So I'll be back with the next step. Right, now we're on to the last section of the video. So first off, we're going to put the tongue in. Because when dry fitting the head, I found it's a bit tricky to find the exact location. But if the tongue is in first, which has a nice solid joint, so connection, sorry, everything else kind of just makes sense around it. So to do both sides of this now. Right. So pressing that all together around the tongue, you get a nice finish. And the two horn sections go on the top. That slots in that way around. So it just helps that head line up. And this last bit of his crown goes in there, like that. And we have a very angry looking dragon. And so as you can see, once you press that in, everything lines up just beautiful. And no gaps. No gaps worth mentioning. Certainly none you're going to see with a coat of primer on. Let's put some wings on it. So, as you guessed, last step is the wings. So, these just fit the obvious spaces here. Wings are one part. There's no argument to where these go. There we go. Oh, I've been a bit keen trying to stick both of them. Oh, there we go. I've been too keen. So, press this one to set. Then this one. See, once they're in, absolutely flush, lovely, and there we have our finished dragon, who is the dragon of Schmargonrog, Schmargonrog. So once again, thank you to Archon Studios for sending me this gorgeous dragon. Can't wait for him to dry, and we get some decent weather, so I'm getting primed. And then we'll get some paint on him. Yeah, look at him. He's ready to go. Right. Well, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like and a comment down below. If you have any suggestions of how you'd like seeing painted, leave those too. I'm always open to new suggestions and ideas. But I'm seeing a kind of a Balroggy kind of idea here. But if you got another suggestion, I'd love to hear it. So let's see it down below. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye. So next up on this step 5, where we're going to put on some arms and the neck and the skull, but decided I'm going to leave that off until it's painted, just because I want to be able to get to this detail. Oh, and that. I'll get this detail and be able to paint that nice and then put the skull over the top. So first off, let's get 2/2 in neck coat put together and give that a minute to set before we move on. Again, nice snug join there. Just gonna clamp that for a second. I'll put the arms on. So arms, a little nub there, which got the matching one there, and they only go in one way. Once they do, the join's invisible. Seriously, the guys at Archon Studios are absolute wizards when it comes to this stuff. It's absolutely phenomenal how well this goes together. Same as with Durkar, really. Right, so other one, again, it's got the lug. We got one way it's gonna go in. which they've sculpted the ribs. Yeah, look at that. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, so while that's drying, let's put these horns on. So these are just contacts. Right, so we're just going to line that up there. So, like I said, oh, where'd that go? Okay, where'd that go? There it is. No idea how it got that far, but it did. So this one's to sit about there, I think. So that's to sit there. Yeah, it fits nice and that. Is that worth? I'm just trying to decide whether it's actually worth leaving off. Probably not, you know. Look at that. I think that's alright to paint around. So I think I will do just that. Oh. Right. I mean, that fits so snug. That was sticking without glue. Right. Let's put this one on. And then I will glue that on because it's not as obstructive as I originally thought it would be. A bit there. A bit there. And you've got these two little shoulder blade bits to line that up on. And sit perfect there. I'll just push this into place. Right. Okay. So there's that kind of chest piece skull thing on. Now just the neck to do. And that, right, goes in like that. Everything locks in place. There we go. Next step done. And we're almost to a dragon now. Next up, we'll be moving on to the head. Hello everyone, welcome to Rage Against the Dice. It's Nate here. I'm here tonight with you, a review of the Dragon of Schmargonrog, which is one of the dragons available in the Dungeons and Lasers 2 Kickstarter by Archon Studios. They have been kind enough to send me one of these kits to assemble and kind of review and paint up and ogle and love, because I love dragons, as you may have noticed at some point. So hopefully you've already seen the unboxing and you've seen the assembly video of this dragon, so it shouldn't be anything new to you, but I'm here tonight to give you my thoughts on it. So first off, I'm gonna look at the actual design of the dragon. Now, since you last saw it, I've primed it, which is actually, for example, later on. So if it looks slightly different, that's why. So as you can see from the design of the dragon, the actual artwork is the digital sculpt, and from that you can see that that's being transferred over very faithfully, to the final product. The design of the dragon itself, we're looking at kind of almost like a classic black dragon, and in the description it's a black dragon. But as you can see, it's it's almost got this like lava affair, and that's gonna factor into the way I paint it. But also the fluff is this dragon, or the background is this dragon kills other dragons and uses their remains kind of as armor, which you can see in the fact that these back spines are actually dragon remains. There's that. There's this chest piece which is made of a dragon skull. So this actually does carry over into the model itself. So it's a very thematic model. It's got a nice pose to it. I'm gonna get these out of the way so you can see that a little bit better. It's got a nice kind of pose to it. It's a nice action shot. It's kind of screeching an attack or challenging an enemy. So you got that. It's a nice fearsome looking dragon. Wings are outstretched. So yeah. As far as design goes, it's great. It's very much a nice dragon just to look at. I mean, I like it. If you're going to use if you're going to use this as a mount for, say, a necromancer in an army or something, you are going to have to modify it slightly, because these neck spines don't really make it straight away easy for a rider. So, but that's aside. For what it's designed for, it's spot on. It's on 50mm base, which is right for your typical role-playing games. So the actual casting, how well did they pull this off? Well, I'm gonna see how well my camera does here. Pretty darn well. And as you can see in the model itself, the detail is excellent. The details come out, it's nice and crisp. There's no real signs that scream that this was a plastic model, where sometimes you have the problems with overhangs. It just overall looks the business. The actual casting, the way they've cast it, the way they've cut it, you can see that, full disclosure, I've primed this, and the reason I've primed it, I have done no filling on this model. I assembled it, which you can see in the video. I've then primed it, and you can see leg joints, they're practically invisible. Arm joints are invisible for all intents and purposes. Wings, the same. Where the neck joins, because wherever anything joins, it's kind of in a crease between scales. You can, there's actually a join there, believe it or not, because I remember putting it in. And it's, you just can't see it. So they've done a phenomenal job making all this fit together. Like the head there. Now you've got in the mouth. It's, the way it goes together is just incredible. And even where you can almost see, or you can tell where a join was without really seeing it, that is going to be remedied with when it's painted. That's going to be invisible by then. So the Design, top notch. It's a fearsome dragon. This would make a great villain. You know, this like an arch villain for a campaign. It's got a lot I think it's telling a lot of story, the way it's kind of got the magma base, and it's got the dragon bones. You know, so you could be kind of thinking of a Dracolich, or, you know, kind of a necromancer's dragon, or a dragon that's a necromancer, or cannibalistic. Yeah, so it's got a lot of story going on. The actual sculpt itself, the casting itself, sorry, the molding is brilliant. I think it's got a lot of detail. Can't fault that. The quality of it, it's a very good quality miniature. The plastic, just get the sprues here. The plastic that it was made from is, you know, it's a good sturdy plastic. Obviously, I'll bend the sprue because I don't mind that, but you can see it's taken a really strong bend. I might just snap that there, but you can see that is a good plastic. So if you're the sort that kind of takes your miniatures to the game store, the games club, it's gonna be able to withstand somewhat of a knock. I mean, with anything, it'll go eventually, but I'm really going to town with it on that, and it's returning pretty much to shape. So the Archon are using a very good plastic, you know, on the miniatures. It was the same on Jurkar, and on the Dungeons lasers, the first set, that was great quality plastic, very durable, and the Rampart stuff was the same. So once again, these guys are picking a very good material to make their miniatures out of, and their products. Cannot fault that. As far assembly wise, it went together really well. My main criticism with their stuff is sometimes where the vent comes onto a part, it can be a little bit awkward to trim. Now that might just be because of the kind of clippers I use. It might not, but yep. But that's a case of I trim it out best I can, then just finish off with a modeling knife. So there's that. So there's my honest, unbiased opinion. Sometimes it's a bit faffy to get stuff off the sprue. The model itself went together very easy. As you see, I didn't have to modify any parts. I just it went together straight off the sprue. Once you clean the bits down, mold lines, there were hardly any. There's a little bit on the wings here, which was a couple of passes with a scalpel blade, and they were gone. A lot of pieces needed no mold line cleaning whatsoever, which on a plastic model is tremendous, in my opinion, because that's always what puts me off plastic stuff, is when you're sat there trimming, especially on really detailed stuff, when you're trying to get a scalpel in kind of contoured areas, but nothing like that. Just quick trim. I think there's a bit on the wing on the top there where kind of which you can expect on like larger surfaces like that, but besides that, nothing. The model itself, as you can see, it's got an integrated base. It fits onto a base very nicely. So you got 3 points of contact because you got the tail, you got both feet and legs attached to your rock. So you know you're not gonna worry about falling off. With it being plastic, you don't have to worry about it if you knock it over. It's gonna be sturdy. It is a well balanced miniature. You know, for its size, it's only on a 50mm base. It stays upright. You know, when I stopped knocking it twice. So it's not gonna be. It's within reason for your gaming table. Yep. So overall, I think it's an excellent model. They go for, on the Kickstarter, I think they're $35 each, the dragons, and you will not get a better value multi-part plastic dragon kit, compared to some other companies. You're looking at a comparable size to other companies that make dragons. For kind of wargaming. And value-wise, it's not even close. You're getting a phenomenal sculpt, and great value for money. Have a great material. I'm giving this. These are 5-star models. My only criticism is that sometimes events are in awkward spots. So it takes you 30 seconds longer to trim something. But besides that, phenomenal. 5 stars. I'm giving this the Nate seal of approval. I love this dragon. I'm looking forward to painting it. In fact, now that I've got this review out the way, I might make a start on this. Because I've got a great idea in my head. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this review has informed you, helped you decide whether or not you want to kick in on this Kickstarter, because late pledges are available, and they'll probably be available through Archon Studios website. But yeah, fantastic model, fantastic quality. I can't wait for the rest of the Kickstarter to come out, so you can see the rest of them, because there are some beautiful sculpts coming out. So that's it from me. Please leave us a like if you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like the new kind of camera angle and my sexy new ring light, which is here, which you can't see because the camera's mounted to it. And let us know if you'd like to see any other reviews and what sort of things you like to review, or if you'd like any further information on this sort of thing. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.